Hello and welcome to Scotty's Playtime, and I'm Scotty. Well, today I want to read you some titles, some news headlines that got my interest yesterday, but I just could not seem to find time or ability to sit here and tell you about them. But I gotta tell you today because the Republicans are despicable, and on Fox News and Newsmax how low they will go and flat out lie. Anyway, I want to show you something that Ron got me. I've got two here. I've got this big, huge one over there on the wall, but that's too far away for me to see. And I got this nice desk-size one. And I write down things that I want to talk to everybody about. And over here on my second monitor, I put them up. So, I'm going to be looking back and forth and reading titles and giving my opinion of the news stories. Okay. Well, 200 plus George W. Bush, McCain, and Romney staffers endorse Harris. Well, why wouldn't they? Trump is not the Republican Party. It's not the Republican of George Bush, McCain, Romney, and that generation. This is the party of Trump. It's a cult. It's a mob boss mentality that he rules over them that way. He doesn't make deals, and he doesn't follow reality. It's a cult. You will do what he says as he says it. And if reality doesn't agree with him, then you just have to shift reality to please him. You know, the North Koreans, everybody made fun of them because they had the dear leader, Kim Jong-un's father or grandfather, who was said to have never taken a poop in all his life because he was above that. Other incredibly stupid myths that just everybody knows aren't true. Can't be true. Yet they all have to believe it because it's what dear leader wants. Okay, so yeah, why wouldn't they support her? She's at least amenable to changes, where Trumpy is not ever going to change unless it's got something in it for him. You pay him, you get what you want. All right, here's the next one. Laura Trump, we will stop illegal citizens from voting. Illegal citizens, Jesus Christ, that's kind of a stupid statement to say. Hurt my brain just trying to wrap my head around it. There is no such thing as an illegal citizen. There are undocumented people in our country. No human being is illegal. Actions are illegal. Human beings are not illegal. They can do illegal things, but they are not illegal. All right. And they've got 500 lawyers on the ground, poll workers in tabulation centers. They're going to clean illegals off the voting roll. There are no illegals on the voting rolls. Think about what you do when you go in to vote. How would you vote multiple times? How would you vote in different spots? You go in, you have to register, you wait in line if there's a line, you walk up to the desk, you tell them who you are, your name, your address, whatever. Some states you have to show some form of ID. They look through the books, the rolls, and they find your name. Then you have to sign next to it. If you're not in the right precinct, your name won't be there. So you can't vote anyway. Do you understand? Now, after you vote, it's registered, so that if you tried to vote a second time, your vote gets canceled. Anyway, but they're just trying to find excuses to knock people off the voting rolls. Get rid of them. Simply because they're afraid they won't vote for them. Republicans do not want to represent the people. They want to rule over the people. They are the U.S. Taliban, is what they want to be. They want to be the Ayatollahs, and with Trump at the head of the cult. They have no interest in serving the public and doing for others. It's all a golden ticket so they can enrich themselves and have power. Power for them and their family. All right, so that's enough of that one. I'm not even going to bother with it. Here's a good one. DeSantis appoints failed Moms for Liberty County School Board candidate to the State Board of Election. Has no education background, okay? And listen to this. The governor's press office announced a new appointment of Daniel Fogaholi, Director of Legislative Affairs for New Generations Christian Ministry. Get that? We're going to force Christian ministry on public school kids, regardless of what their parents' religion is, what beliefs they have. He's experienced, it says, his website says he's homeschooling, charter schooling, private schooling, public schooling, and graduated from an alternative school. In other words, he's uncredited. He simply doesn't have a credited degree. All right. And he says it scares him as a parent when people attending school board meetings read uncomfortable excerpts from books that are in school libraries. Ban the books. Get rid of any ideas that are different from our straight cis Christian society. Only what we hear in church should be spoken in schools. That'll make good, decent students who will become great citizens. Hey, if no kid ever hears the word gay, if they never hear or read of a trans person, they'll never be gay or trans. How can that happen? Jesus Christ, before there was literature, before there was writing, there were gay people. Okay? I grew up long before we had gay characters in movies, long before trans people were in any books. There was very little material in my school library, and even in the big town libraries, that had any kind of gay information. I turned out gay. Kids in the 50s, in the 40s, turned out gay, turned out trans. And what did they read in their school libraries? Good little books about straight boys and girls. So this book banning thing has nothing to do with protecting children. It's about erasing a segment of society from public view. Erasing the LGBTQ plus from society. Turning the clock back to 1950. That's entirely what it's about. It's about winning a culture war that Christians lost. So, and this just shows how DeSantis and the Republicans violate the will of the people. This person lost a run for the school board. And so DeSantis just appointed them against the people's will to the Board of Education, the State Board of Education. And there's more here if you want to. I'm getting most of these titles from Joe My God. Okay, I've got about another half dozen or maybe 10 more of these to do. I'm going to stop this one and chop all of these up into small 10-minute bites. Thank you very much for watching. This is Scotty's Playtime, and I'm Scotty. As always, best wishes to everybody, hugs for those that want them.